Hi guys, Joonas here, the founder of Edge Alerter. There are quite a lot of things happening in the background and I'm getting a lot of similarly themed questions. So I thought I'd just record a quick webinar just to go through a few things. So for those not familiar, I've got a quant trading background, been a professional derivatives trader for a bunch of years, worked at Bet365 and I've been betting successfully for many years. So the agenda today, the new platform launch. We sent an email this morning, you might have already seen it, that went through a few things there. But I'm just going to touch on that quickly. I'm going to talk about the Edge post Spring Carnival. So Spring Carnival ended last weekend and getting a lot of questions around, what's next, what happens. And the good news is the Edge is going to continue to be huge. It has been for the last 5 or 6 years. The bookies just continue to offer amazing value all the way through summer. So I'll touch on that. Thirdly, I'm going to go through the new placing strategy that we've come up with and launched sort of last week. And then the final thing is a new membership category which launches in the upcoming weeks, which is the interestingly named Sharp Mug Alerts membership. So firstly, the new platform launch. So what's Edge Alerter V 2.0 all about? There are a couple of key things. So firstly, members give us a lot of feedback around, hey, I want to track my results better. I've got my own spreadsheet, but it kind of doesn't do everything. A lot of manual work. The results of the system assume that you got on everything and it assumes $50 stakes. I stake higher, but I miss some tips. Sometimes the price is different, etc., etc. All good questions. So we're going to build a profit tracker. We've built it, now we're just testing it in the background. And that's all about helping you measure results more effectively. And secondly, it's going to be a really powerful tool for helping to stay under the radar from the bookies. So you'll get some dashboards around, your promo versus non-promo turnover. We can essentially build in the rules that the bookies use to profile customers into this. So that's going to be a very powerful tool, and there'll be many iterations over the upcoming months. And I think it's going to be a real fundamental tool for most members. Second thing is around referrals. We've worked with Stripe, the payments platform that we work with, and they're able to enable a thing whereby each member is going to have a unique link, and you can send that link to your mates or whoever else you think might be find the system of interest to them, and you'll be able to get cash rebates whenever someone joins and remains a member, and that just comes in whenever if whoever you referred stays on, you just get a cash rebate each month. So that can be a nice money maker. The third thing there around trading tools. So trading tools sounds pretty generic, but a lot of the tools that we've got in members resource at the moment, they're not very functional on a mobile device. So we've built them into a far better user experience. So you can use them on the go. The feedback that we got was members are over 75% of members, when they're operating Edge Alerter, they're on a mobile device. So they're going to be a lot more mobile friendly. And the key themes behind them, one is around Betfair bonus conversion, and the other key theme with the tools is going to be around understanding your portfolio position in golf. When you're getting like 5 or 6 different tips for a same golf tournament over a week, it's easy to lose control of, or lose track of what your position is and what you need to do to hedge out. So looking forward to launching those. Then moving on to Edge post Spring Carnival, and look, some of you may already be very well aware of this. You probably are, but the promos are just continuing to fly out the door. Tab's going extremely hard with venue mode. This is tomorrow. 3 tracks back, promos back to 5th. If you don't want to sit in a tab all day, which most people don't, you can use the location tracking or tricking software that we've recommended for Android. There's some for iOS as well, but we're still in a testing mode for that. So I suggest for those who want to really hit the tab hard, just buy a $50 Android phone for secondhand and just use that. It's happy days. It works extremely well. Sportsbet as well. For the last month, they've been doing promos back to 4th. So the Edge is continuing to be huge. Placing strategy. So this we launched last week. So 2 aims from this. One, it's actually 3. One, and this is the key one, is around account sustainability. So when you're betting into place markets, the margin's quite high. It's a lot higher. It's typically around 40-45% in a place market, as opposed to the win market, which is around about 12 15%, something like that. So therefore, when you're betting on places in racing, the bookies kind of take that as like a donation. They love those flows. It is genuinely quite hard to outsmart the bookies on place markets. So number one, promo account sustainability. Betting on these is useful. Number two, we've actually, if you follow the racing bonus bet tips, there is some small edge in it. You can see 5.26% off a sample of 436. So there's a little bit of stealth edge, as we call it, which is the holy grail, because the bookies think that they're going to beat you long term, but actually you're milking them. And thirdly, for those members who follow the racing bonus bet tips on the win market, which has been very popular, this is a kind of a nice little hedge there, because they so often run second and third. So it's a nice little hedge in there as well. But honestly, the main thing is around that promo account sustainability. That's really key. And kind of relevant to that, the fourth and final thing to discuss today around Sharp Mug Alerts membership that we're going to launch soon. You might ask, that's a contradictory name. It is, but the idea there is to be sharp, and if we're betting into markets typically that have between 5 and 20% of margin, if you're able to have a POT of 0%, you're doing well. You're beating margin. So what we've structured up is a way that we can basically just break even 0%, and critically have flows so the tips are going to be such that the bookies think that you're just a mug. So it's going to really help with that non-promo turnover metric, which then feeds into the profit tracker as well. So it's becoming quite a nice package here. So that'll launch either later in December or early Jan. The only other thing I'd add is what I mentioned in the email this morning around how we're going to use Edge Alerter's balance sheet to load up Betfair and actually manipulate the prices in there to help us stay under the radar. So we'll be able to basically move Betfair, shape it in a certain way so the bookies think that the market should be this way when it should actually be this way. So that's going to be a nice add-on to really help with that sustainability. So that's it for the update today. Any questions, I'm always best to contact on Telegram on that handle. Cheers, guys.